Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And we have another game today of guess which one is the proof coin. Alright, you got it. It's always going to be that shiny one, isn't it? So what do we got here? Well, right here we have the kind of a circulating 1960. And you know these are worth a couple bucks each just in silver. It says Liberty in the front, In God We Trust under Roosevelt's chin, 1960 here. And if we go way down under, we see there's a J and an S and the date. JS for John Sinek, and 1960 is the date. And you can see this Roosevelt is very, very worn. We tip it up on its edge. The 1960 dimes are 90% silver, 10% copper, and there is 118 of these reeds around the outside. Now this is the side that will tell you a lot about the coin. Pretty much everything. If the front looks good or even okay, you get it over onto the back and you see it says United States of America around the top, E pluribus unum through the middle, one dime here. There's the mint mark right at the bottom of the torch. That is a D for the Denver Mint. The Denver Mint in 1960, they made 200 million of these. They found 2 of them so far that are mint state 68 full bands, and those are worth about $8,500 a piece. What are full bands? If we look at this torch, we see that there's a line that goes across there, and we really can't see anything else on here other than this little holder on the bottom. Now remember that in 1960, all the proof coins were made at Philadelphia. They hadn't moved to the San Francisco Mint. In fact, the San Francisco Mint in 1960 did not make U.S. coinage at all. In 1960, there were no S coins that came out. If we magnify this up, we see the J and the S down here, same, 1960 here. We tip it up on its edge, and we can actually see all the reeds on this one. A proof finish sometimes even goes over onto the edge. The edges look much better. We flip this one over, and now we see what they mean by a full bands version. We notice that there's 2 bands down here, and there's 2 bands at the top. And you need to have a separation between those bands, which we do. And you need to have these bands coming down be very detailed, which we do. And we need to have, in this case, we want to have some lines in the flame and some definition of flame. We do. Everything on this coin looks really good except for this discoloration here. These coins have error versions. What they have on these is what they call the double die obverse. And on the double die obverse from 1960, it's going to be on the proof coin only, which is this one, mostly on the In God or the 60. So let's look at the In God and the 60 and see if we can see anything on here at all. The doubling has to be under high magnification in a lot of cases to even see it. PCGS has identified 18 double die obverse varieties occurring both in the 60. And notice this one, how the 60 sticks out and the 19 doesn't. It's a funny stamp how it just hit harder here, and it's almost like they double stamped it, but you don't see any double die obverse. So nothing on this coin that we can see leads us to think this is going to be worth anything more than a regular coin. So how many of the proof coins did they make? They made 1.7 million of these at Philly. And the proof coins, if you get up to a proof 70, it's about $575 with a regular coin like this without the deep cameo. And if you can get it up to a proof 69 deep cameo, it's also worth about $500. At the Philadelphia Mint alone, and so this is a Philadelphia coin, but it's a proof one, but you can get these just regular at the Philadelphia Mint without any mint mark on the back. They made 70 million circulating coins at Philadelphia. The highest they found so far is an MS67 Plus, and that they've found 12 of those, and they go for about $3,500 if they have the full bands on them. So $3,500 for a Philly, $8,500 for a Denver, $500 to $600 for a proof. Those are the high values for those specific coins. One of the things we like to do sometimes is to take a look at what a dime would be worth in another country. And so this dime is 1/10 of a US dollar, and in the United Kingdom, a tenth of a British pound in 1960, and this is a 2 shillings coin from 1960. It says 2 shillings, 1960, Fid Def, or Defender of the Faith. This is an English Tudor rose in the center. We have some thistles, representing Scotland, we have some leeks representing Wales, and we have some shamrocks representing Ireland or Northern Ireland. And we see right here we have some initials too, EF and CT, Edgar Fuller and Cecil Thomas. And so this 2 shillings coin was worth 1/10 of a British pound sterling. And that means that these 1 shillings coins were worth 1/20th, or essentially what a US nickel would be worth. And you see they made 2 different shillings coins, 1 shilling coins in 1960. They made what they call the English reverse, which is the 3 lion supone, or kind of lying down looking at you, crowned shield. And they made the lion rampone, or rampaging lion, from Scotland. And we see on this one here, there's a W on one side and a G on the other, and that's for William Maving Gardner. And the same on this one, William Maving Gardner did both of these. So in the United Kingdom, these would both be nickels in 1960, or 1/20th of a pound, and this would be a dime in 1960, or 1/10th of a pound. And these, of course, would be US dimes, or 1/10th of a US dollar from 1960. Well, that's all we have today. Thanks for watching DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Make sure you look at some of the foreign coins once in a while. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you have in the comment section.